Hello, welcome to McBoss Capital channel. My name is Michael Chu. This is my growth stock list for the week ending July 3rd, 2026. So we're seeing, so the IBD has actually put the allocation back to 60 to 80% after we got distribution day on Thursday. Nasdaq is at 9 distribution days, which we cover in the main market video. Definitely, we are near the potential break level. So if it does break below the 50-day or 10-week moving average, it might not bode well going forward. So something to pay attention to. On my growth stock list, we have again around 620 stocks right now. Out of those, 300 is in downtrend, 280 is in uptrend. That gives it a 48% in uptrend, which is pretty similar the whole week, which very tight range here. So we're seeing accumulation as well as distribution, pretty much close to even range, right? And we will see that a lot of the chip stocks are AI related stocks are being sold off this week, including some related to industrial and the technology chip, right? So and then we're seeing some other areas, including health and financials doing really well. So that's something we'll try to look at as well. So here's the growth stock list here with the symbol showing here, and then the ranking based on performance. This is since March 30th, 2026. We have the industry group here and the sector here, and whether we're in an uptrend or downtrend, and whether it's making a new current high here on the date that's mentioned here. And you can clearly see at the top here we have lots of stocks in downtrend, and they probably stem from a lot of AI and chip related stocks. MXL, ALAB, Penguin, this is SanDisk, right? VPG, MU, SIMO, Marvel, VSH, CRDO, AMD, and then we also have DELL, ICHR, ARM, BE, STX, Flex, XMTR, and some of those in the electrical manufacturing. And yeah, so lots of semiconductor stocks and some computer hardware stocks. So all those are doing, in correction mode right now. They're in a downtrend. So there's more down here. It's just a lot of stocks getting hit this week. Let's look at some of them. Here's Max Linear, went up on Monday, Tuesday very strongly, and look at what happened. Wednesday drop, Thursday huge drop, 17%. We are now below the 21 day. This is a huge reversal. Is this a bear trap here? Maybe, right? A bull trap, sorry, a bull trap. So, if you got in like, on the breakout, you are down quite a bit right now. And whether it will drop more, we will see, right? This may be turning into, or maybe we bounce from here. It's really hard to say. Is the selling over? I have no idea, but this is very severe sell-off here. Here's Astera Lab, very similar chart. Monday, Tuesday bounce to new high. Wednesday, Thursday, you can see where it came back to the pink line here, 21 day as well. You have Penguin Solutions. This one also bounced Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, coming back down. Now it's quite below the 21-day pink line, getting, we could get close to the 50 days. So the next challenge will be the 50-day line for most of these stocks. So whether they'll come down to that level, we'll see. SanDisk, which is one of the highest profile memory chip stocks here, and look at this. Bounce Monday, Tuesday a little bit, and then Wednesday, Thursday. Look at how far it come down. This one is almost at the red line. So it's just a very fast-paced pull, like correction here, 25% from the top, like just in very short time frame. The other thing you can tell from this chart, it's been making lower highs, even though it's been trying to bounce back each time. And then now we have given up. We have making new lows in the last, I don't know, 12 sessions here. This V-shaped precision group VPG, this one also undercut. You can see the previous low right here, and now we are below 21 day. So, in general, when high profile stocks drop before the 21 day, like on really high volume, on the sharp, kind of drop, is usually not a good sign. Because it signifies how many people like just didn't want to buy back. Like, normally you might see a bounce, intraday or something as people want to buy back some. But in this case, it's one of the widest range drop, and also it closed dead at the bottom, and it undercut all the previous like low in recent weeks here. So that's a very negative sign. because usually institution would come in and try to buy it near the lows as a sign of support, but we don't see it in this case. Here's another memory chart, MU Micron. This one, you know, it's still above 1 trillion market cap, but it has come down quite a bit. It is now down 22% from the peak, now below the 21-day line. Silicon Motion also dropped back to 21-day here, 15% off the top. His Marvel Technology also giving back quite a bit now. This is down 25% from the top, almost near the red line. Here's V-shaped Intertechnology. Look at this one. It's already corrected all the way to the red line. This is down 33% in about what, 9 sessions here. And we need to see a bounce here. If we don't, like, it probably continue downward. So after the red line, it'll be possibly going, somewhere between that and the black line, right? So this is a really deep correction already. Obviously, you can see this stock has gained a lot from, roughly $20.50 to $69 at the peak. That's more than triple in a very short time frame. And now we're giving back possibly, maybe even half of it, right? So something to be mindful of. Here's CRDO also pulling back now. This is below the pink line 21-day. It hasn't made a new recent low yet, but it's very close. Here's DELL also at the pink 21-day line. Here's ICHR, iCore Holdings. This one have pulled back to the 10-day, so it's still above the 21-day. This is STX Seagate Technology, another memory chip stock. Look at this one. It already broke the red line here. It closed below it. So this is down 28%. STM Microelectronics down 16%. This one, even though it hasn't dropped as much, but it is near the 50-day line now. Here's Bloom Energy. This one has also slid below the red line 50-day. Is down 22%. There's an AI adjacent stock Flex here. Also dropped all the way to the 50-day line here. This is down 17.9%. Here's XMTR Geometry. This is down slightly, 8% to near the 21-day line. So as you can see, a lot of chip stocks and AI related stocks are down significantly in just a few days, or So right now we can see some other stocks that are doing slightly better. We have CISO here. We have Datadog, 10B. Those are both in the software area. We have Hinge in the medical products area. We have Okta in software security. LQDA and Urgent in the biotech area. And Snowflake also in the software area. Garden Health in the medical area, NEO in the medical service area. We have Stub in the retail internet area. We have BHVN in biotech, Affirm in credit card, payment processing, ASTH in medical. We have CVLT in software database, GEO in security, security, safety, FA in commercial service staffing, NWA in the financial group, consumer loans, Twilio in the software area, KFRC in the commercial staffing, Eton, biotech, with Chef holding up in the food miscellaneous, DVA here, medical outpatient home care, UNH medical care, we have A10 in the software, SC in the retail internet, Roku in the leisure movies related area, we have OSG in the financial area, PDSG in the medical outpatient care, MYE containers packaging, Clark, finance, consumer loans, PENG in the leisure gaming equipment, those are still doing okay. We have Shark Ninja in the household appliance wares, DGII in the computer networking, so those are still in the uptrend. RSI in the leisure gaming, ASXM, biotech, KNSA, biotech. We have Bros here, retail restaurant, BLFS, medical products, and Wings here in the retail restaurants. Pretty much, and then we have Cell here in the software security, Net software enterprise, WST medical supplies. So those are the top 100 here, and the rest are mostly in downtrend. So yeah, feel free to go through this list. There is a lot of stocks making new high: GKOS, HRO, Dollar Tree, Care here, QNST, BAO, SKWD. You can see a lot of financial insurance, UBS here, HEI, that's aerospace defense, XYZ, PKE, PLMR, BCS, GE, PGC in the banks, Eat in the restaurants. So you can see some repeated group restaurants. Let's see here, MNST in the beverages. We have Software GLBE, Intel Software Financial, Ryan Insurance Brokers. You can see some of the areas are doing well, like insurance and software, and some of the retail internet SE here, another insurance broker AJG. We have medical long-term care, so the whole care business in the health area is doing well, PNTG. We have SAN in the banks area, Software Financial ALKT. We have DELL in the financial credit card payment, LSPD, software, wholesale food USFD. We have Now in the software enterprise, ABV in the ethical drugs, Bebop in the South Bank Southeast, Hello, biotech, Cathy in the Bank Southwest, WIF in the software medical, LOB in the Bank Southwest, NIC Banks Midwest, FFBC financial saving loans, RPRX in the biotech, FSS security. So you can see lots of stocks are doing well, right? Like making new highs, Saro here, aerospace defense, CFG, Bank Northeast, even CSX transportation rail is doing well. EW medical products, HSBC, banks, USB here, super regional bank, Visa, credit card payment processing, OMB, banks, Midwest. We're starting to see more financial stocks here that are ranking lower, but they are making new highs. GPN, bills here. We even have VLO in the oil and gas refining. That's a one standout stock by itself. Well here, finance property REIT, HQY, commercial service outsourcing, SFBS Bank Southeast, CCEB in the beverages. We have AMCR, containers packaging, AX in the finance saving loans. So feel free to look at the rest of this list. There's still quite a bit here that are making new highs at the bottom here. I'm just scanning for them for you to if you find anything interesting. But as we come down the list, it's probably more downtrend than uptrend stocks here. So let's look at some stocks that are doing well. Here's CISO. This one has been climbing and climbing along the 10-day green line, which is the 10-day moving average. This is a very, very strong stock. It has come very far, very fast. We were at 114 here, and that's the high after the report. It came back down really hard, but from there it just kept climbing. There was one pullback right here, and that was really much. That was really it. The rest of the pullback never even touched the 10-day here. Here's Datadog. Nice big bounce here. Very strong move, right? It's climbing a lot faster than it was like coming down. It gained back significantly. It did give back some on Friday, 1%, which is not a lot considering it is extended from the 10-day here. So it might just need some little digestion here before it continues. In the software area, the security side is doing really well. Tenable Holdings, this one is already making new high. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight up significantly from this little round base here. Another released stock, Okta, computer software security. Look at this, it's at new high. Here's CrowdStrike also coming back towards the new high. This is CellPoint security stock also bouncing here, just giving back only 0.2% on Thursday. Next we have some health related stocks. This is Hinge Health. Look at this climb here, very tight trading, and then from there we continue to bounce off the 10-day here. Usually it touches it and then it bounces right away. And right now we do look a little bit extended, but Friday give back only 1.2%. Here's Liquidia Corp. This one also climbing the 10-day nicely. It does cross the green line once a while here, but it generally finds support right away the next day. This is Eurogen Pharma Urgent. This one also climbing really nicely. Look at that. It just finds support near the 10-day very easily, and it's making new high. So the health related groups are really doing well based on the accumulation that we're seeing. Here's Garden Health GH. This one also had a huge jump on Thursday. Not sure if there's any news, but that's a huge move. And Friday only give back 1.6% out of those gains. This is Neogenomics, and again, this is doing really well. Look at this, nice move. The stocks that I usually follow have really strong forward guidance earnings, more than 10% per quarter. So these are stocks that are actually making money. Yeah, this has broken out. It's already up 32% from this pivot here. Here's Snowflake also bouncing nicely here. A 4-day, 5-day here bounce. And then we have Thursday, giving it back only 0.4%. That is amazing. Here's StubHub Holdings, STUB. This one also climbing the 10-day. It does break the green line here. And then here we found support and then go on to make new high. Look at how tight it is trading right now, not giving back too much as it digests the gains. Here we have more biotech stocks, BHVN, Bioheaven. This one jumped up really nicely and then pulled back towards the 10-day, and then it found support and then it bounced once again. And then it has a new closing high on Thursday. Here's Astrana Health. This one also bouncing really strong. Look at this nice run. A little bit extended here. It did reverse back on Thursday, giving back 1%, and the 10-day is down here. Next, we have Affirm Holdings here in the credit card payment processing area. Look at this, doing really well. Bounce off the 10-day here, and it's making new high almost every day. Here's CVLT Computer Software, Commonwealth in the database area. Look at this nice slight trading here, and then we bounce off it, and 3 days strong, and then we pull back slightly, and then we continue the run here. This is First Advantage Corp in the commercial service staffing. This one is also doing well, bouncing off the 10-day, and then it has a slight pullback here. From there, we really took off in the last 2 days here, making new high. Here's the Geo Group in the security area. This one also been finding support near the 10-day as it climbs, and right now we're finding support again at the 10-day. So we'll see if this will continue to run here. So overall, we're seeing, the tech-related chip specifically not doing as well, and some AI related stocks not doing well. And we're seeing other areas like health, biotech doing really well. We see some financial firms, insurance related, financial loans and stuff doing well. And then we've also see some software doing well. So that is the current list. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, have a good day.